Hello, everybody. Welcome to Reading Sprints in my cozy reading room. I'm so glad that you are all here today. And I see that already people are in the comments and sharing where you are and what you're reading today. So let me go straight there. First up, let's see, Jess is here. Hi, Jess. Oh goodness. Wow, it is really early in New Zealand today, isn't it? But I'm glad you can get in a few minutes of reading before you have to get up and go to work. So that's fabulous. So glad you're here. Dina is here from Illinois reading is it Galen by Walter Mosley? I'm not familiar with that title by him. That sounds wonderful. Lindy is here from hot and humid Michigan, reading Northanger Abbey for an early start of Jane Austen July. Fabulous. Jane Austen is always a good idea. Robin is here from normally hot Plano, Texas. I take it it's not hot in Texas right now. Reading The Borrowed Life of Frederick Fife. That is one I've had on my TBR and want to get to at some point. So I'd love to hear what you think of it. Hi, Mina. You are here using the sprint to write a document that you keep procrastinating. When you finish, you'll reward yourself with a few minutes of reading Love Comes Home. I love that. That's fabulous. Absolutely. These reading sprints can be whatever you want them to be. If you want to read, great. If you want to do something else productive, fabulous. You want to craft, you want to do some work or do something around your house or whatever it is you want to get done during the sprints, absolutely you should do that. So fabulous. So glad you're here. Lynn is here from Anaheim reading A Disappearance in Fiji by Nalima Rao. Okay, this is on my TBR now because one of my lovely Book Jenny's members shared that book during our recent book chat, and it sounds so good. So I have requested it for my library and I am waiting for it to come in. So I'd love to know what you think of that, Lynn. Let's see. Hello, let's see. From Minneapolis, you are reading Love Comes Home. I'm like, who is this? I don't see your name on here. So leave your name in the chat so I know who you are. Okay. It's a cool, cloudy morning here in Oregon. Yes, we're having relatively mild weather here in California. So it's going to be, I think, 81 is the high today, which is pretty nice, not too bad. So I think it's in the very low 70s right now, which is lovely. Hi, Kimberly, watching from Virginia. Hot here. Okay, reading Pearly Everlasting. Not sure what you've got. I don't know that book. Well, you'll have to share what is that about? Who's the author of that one? And you are reading Green Woman. Oh, tell me your name again. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, it just went out of my head. That's the problem with these lives. My brain just you're reading book 10 in a cozy mystery series by Krista Davis and also The Faraway Inn by Sarah Beth Durst. Sounds fabulous. Hi, Lori. Just got your new Dean Street Press books 10 minutes ago. Yay! Which one are you going to start with is the question. That is actually one of my books I'm reading right now is the All I Desire by Dorothy Lambert. And I only have, I think I have about 50 pages left to go. Yeah, 50 pages left. Very much enjoying it. So I definitely recommend that one. Deja says it's boiling hot in Fort Worth. So Plano, not boiling hot, but Fort Worth boiling hot. Okay. Hi, Chris. You're in Northern California, as am I. You're reading Will Prescribe You a Cat. That is a great book. I very much enjoyed it. If you're a cat lover, that's a good one. Lisa is here from, is it Gloucester? I want to say Gloucester. Is that how we say it here in the US, Massachusetts? Been working today, but we'll be on lunch break soon reading The Light Years by Elizabeth Jane Howard. Yay! I hope you love it. Oh, Deja's starting Dolly all the time. I've been seeing that buzzing all around on Bookstagram and BookTube, so that looks like a good one. Nikki is reading the book of Lost Friends by Lisa Wingate. Good historical fiction, dual timeline. Love a dual timeline. Just sometimes waking up much earlier than I need to has its perks. Reading with a cat on my lap, but I'll have to get up in 10. It's literally freezing here. It is winter in New Zealand, so that's understandable. And a cat on the lap in wintertime, nothing better than that. Let's see. Hello, creative lady. You are reading The Blue Castle. We'll be sitting on your porch filled with flowers. That sounds so lovely. Ugh, The Blue Castle. Is it your first time reading The Blue Castle? I love that book, and I am due for a reread of it. Hi, Janice. This is your first live chat. Welcome. I'm so glad that you are here and joining us to do a little reading today. Let's see. Maury, thank you. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. Oh, but there's a lot of you and there's only one of me. So sometimes my brain, I tell you. All right. Dot is here from Pensacola, Florida. It's 95 there. Ooh, yeah. I know it's going to get hot here in California soon, so I'm enjoying our relatively mild summer we're having so far. You started the end of summer last night. You're traveling and visiting family for the 4th of July weekend, so may not get much reading accomplished. Okay, well, whatever you can do, at least we'll hopefully give you a little bit here. Mary Lou is here from Tallahassee reading A Painted House by John Grisham. Lovely. Haven't read John Grisham in so long. Everyone's sharing the heat where they are. Nikki says it's hot where she is, a heat index of 108 to 114. Ugh, that's too hot. That is just too hot. Lindy says it's 91 with a heat warning in Michigan. Oh, goodness. Lori says you're going to start with All I Desire. It's very fun. I will have to say there's this character in it, Hermia. For some reason, her daughter calls her an entirely different name, which isn't really explained, so that's kind of perplexing, or maybe I somehow missed it, but, she's so, like, in the clouds, like, she's always daydreaming, and she's getting herself into all these situations because she's not paying attention to what people are asking of her, she's just like, "Yeah, sure I'll do that. Oh, yeah, of course, absolutely." Now she's got herself into a whole, Hey, Rebecca's here. Everybody, it is Rebecca's birthday today. So, my lovely friend and co host of the Cozy Reader Book Club. So, wish her a happy birthday in the comments. And yes, I'm so glad you're here. She is having a lovely, lazy day of reading today. So glad you're joining. Mary Sue from Minneapolis. Not sure how to get your name on. Okay, no worries. I know sometimes these things are a challenge. I think sometimes it's just like an auto thing if you don't have your name set. I don't know. I don't know. Stacy's here. Oh, you're not able to join. Oh, you are able to join after all. Yay! You're reading A Distant Grace by Sarah Stewart Taylor. Miserably hot and humid in Missouri. Well, hopefully you are inside where it's nice and cool in some air conditioning and enjoying a lovely read. I love the Sarah Stewart Taylor, Maggie Darcy books. Very hot in Western New York reading Yesteryear. Oh, very curious. Lots of uh polar, I think, thoughts on Yesteryear. So I'm curious. Has anyone else read Yesteryear yet or is planning to read it? I think I'm going to skip it. Doesn't really sound like my kind of book, but I've been seeing all the buzz about it, so which has been really kind of interesting. Let's see, it's a cool, cloudy morning in Ontario. Hi, Larissa. When you were walking the doggies, afternoon's supposed to be really warm and humid. Yes, I have to say, having been born and raised in California, when I go places where it's humid, I just cease to function. I don't even know how you guys who live in humidity do it. So, um, how long will the sprints be? So we're gonna go for 2 hours today. So we're going to do, I think, 3 25-ish minute reading sprints. So my time right now, it is 10 after 11, and we're gonna go till 1 o'clock my time. So stay for as long as you can, or if you have to leave and come back, that's great too. Whatever works for you. I'm just happy that you're here and joining me to read or be productive or whatever it is you'd like. We're gonna start in about 5 minutes. So Rebecca's can't stay long, but she's reading The Thornbirds. Fantastic. Love that book so much. I think next summer I'm going to do a reread of it. I'm considering actually doing a read along on my channel of The Thornbirds next summer. Actually, I have a few books I'm considering. That's one of them. So, yeah, I haven't decided yet though, but love that book. Susan is here. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Let's see. Pearly Everlasting is by Tammy Armstrong, listening to us about a girl raised alongside a bear cub. Oh, interesting. Is it a middle grade book or is it adult fiction? Mary is reading September. That's a fantastic book. Yes, I still need to watch the miniseries with Richard Chamberlain. I only saw pieces of it when I was a kid because I was a kid and it would come on at my bedtime, but occasionally I would like catch a few minutes of it when my mom was watching it, but I really want to reread The Thornbirds and then immediately watch the miniseries right after that because I didn't do it the first time I read it. So Nikki is here. Good morning. Oh, lovely. Everyone's wishing Rebecca happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Oh, it's your first time reading The Blue Castle with Best Book Box Group. Yes, it is so, so lovely. And the edition that came in her box was just beautiful, wasn't it? I love it. Let's see. He'll be in and out. You have your 2-year-old and 4-year-old. Oh, you are brave. I don't know if I would have even attempted to come, but that I hopefully maybe they'll take a nap and you can get a little reading in. Color Scheme by Niall Marsh. I love a Niall Marsh mystery. More birthday wishes. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Fantastic. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to really quick show you guys what I'm going to be reading. So here's what I'm thinking about doing for this first reading sprint. So I have 3 books that I pulled that I really want to read that are off of my July pile of possibilities, which I just shared in today's video. If you've already watched that, if you haven't, you can watch it later on, but you'll get a sneak peek at 3 of the books that are on my pile of possibilities. So I thought I would maybe try a chapter and decide which one of these to be my first July read. So the books I chose were Uncle Paul by Celia Fremlin, and then The Hazelborn Ladies Motorcycle and Flying Club. And then I also have Death in the Andamans by MMK. So I think what I'm going to do for our first reading sprint is I'm going to read a chapter from each one of these, or if the chapter's too long, maybe I'll read the first 10 or 15 pages. I think I can, do I have this one backwards? Yeah, look at that. That's not helpful. So I think I'll read these during the first sprint, and then I do still have 2 books that I'm hoping I can finish up in the next day or 2. Like I said, I have All I Desire by Dorothy Lambert, which is one of the brand new Dean Street Press Furrowed Middlebrow books that just published today. And I'm loving it so far. And like I said, I only have about 50 pages left of that. And then I'm also reading Pinkie Pie by Eleanor Estes, because Beth, during our summer reading live stream, this was one of her recommendations. And you know, I love a good book about a cat. So very much enjoying this. It is set on Fire Island off the coast of New York during the summertime. And so it's just lovely and fun. And yes, so I did actually read this out of order because it is the sequel to Ginger Pie, but that one's set in the winter time. So I think I'm going to read it in the winter this year. But I think it's okay to have read these out of order. I don't think it really matters that much. So yeah, so that is my plan for our reading sprints. And actually, I'm going to put up a poll which you can vote in. And I'd love to know which of these 3 books do you think I'm going to pick as my first July read. So I'm going to put that up now. What to vote in the poll in the comments, you can either type 1, 2, or 3, or you can type Uncle Paul, The Hazelborn Ladies, or Death in the Andamans, and that will count towards this poll that's showing on screen right here. So go ahead, you can vote. I will leave the poll up until after I finish, or till after our reading sprint is done. And then we'll see which one you guys think I'm going to read and which one I actually end up choosing. So just little something fun and interactive. So, oh, as Jess says, it's already July here. So yes, that's true. In New Zealand, it is already July. So happy July, Jess. We're on our way there. We're almost there, but not quite. So, okay. I have to figure out on my new computer how to, oh wait, I think I just do it right there. I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen so that I can put the ASMR room up, but I think, yes, I think I have found it. Okay, perfect. Wonderful. just so I'm ready. We're going to start in just a minute. So hopefully everybody has their book that they're planning to read during the reading sprint. So yes, and it looks like lots of you are saying you'd be interested in reading The Thornbirds next summer. So that's definitely a possibility. Yeah, I think it's such a great summer read. I think there's lots to talk about. I think some people are going to love it and some people maybe aren't going to love it. So, you know, there's a lot going on in the Thornbirds. So just keep that in mind. All right. We are going to get going with our first reading sprint and we are going to read until 40 after the hour. So, I'm going to put up a new ticker, read until 40 after the hour. I will leave the poll up so you can keep voting as to which book you think is going to be my first read in July. And I am going to get busy trying a chapter. So have fun reading. I'll see you back here at 40 after, and I'm going to get the ASMR room set up right now. So happy reading, everyone. Okay, everybody, we are back. I don't think you guys were hearing any sound from that ASMR room, were you? I just realized. I think I sorry. I don't think you guys were hearing any sound from that ASMR room. Apologies. I had to turn it on my phone because I was having technical difficulties with my new computer. So, um, yes. I apologize for that. So I will try to get that somewhat sorted for next time. But let me know in the comments, could you hear the music or not? If you didn't, I'll just leave my microphone on next time. I hope you guys got some reading done. I didn't get as much read. I read a few pages from all three of the books, but I feel like maybe I need to read a few more pages first before I decide which one is going to be my first July read. They all are really good. Um, so yes, I think I'm going to read a little bit more in the next sprint and then I will decide. So if you want to keep voting, if you missed when I talked originally about this poll, I have 3 books from my July pile of possibilities, and I am going to read a chapter-ish from each and then decide which one's going to be my first July read. So if you want to vote which one you think I'm going to choose, then go ahead and do that. But let me know in the comments what you've been reading. I'm going to go back a little bit because I know there were a few comments I missed right before while I was getting the sprint set up. Okay, so let's see. Stacy asked where I got my copy of Pinkie Pie is actually from the library. This is my library copy. So I know, isn't this cute? Because I don't think I've seen other editions of this, at least when I was putting it in my Goodreads, and it looks a little bit more like the cover of the Moffat's books, that series as well. But yeah, I really like this one. I think it's cute with the cat. So that's for my library. Let me see. I don't know if it says what edition. This is Houghton Mifflin Harcourt is the publisher of this one. Looks like this one was published. I'm not sure when it was republished. But anyway, yes. So that is that one. Let's see. Oh, Yesteryear. Yeah, conflicting opinions. I am intrigued by the concept. Oh, you read 84 Charing Cross Road on Sunday and loved it. I'm so glad. That's wonderful. Yeah, Yesteryear is it sounds like a very divisive book, is maybe the best way to describe it. Um, let's see. You're very interested in Uncle Paul. Yeah, it's good to get just getting started. The first few pages, I'm immediately drawn in. So I think it's going to be a good one. Joanne is here from Canada. Welcome. Oh, Jesse went and watched the. Are you still here? I don't know. Maybe you've left for work now, but you went and watched the new video while you're getting ready for work. Thank you very much. Yeah, no sound. I know. I apologize, you guys. Technology, it thwarts me sometimes. Let's see. Nikki got to page 137 in the Book of Lost Friends. Who's the author on that one, Nikki? I don't remember. The title sounds somewhat familiar, but yeah, I'll try to fix that for next time. So I'll put it on and then you all can let me know if you're hearing it. I think what I need to do is not turn the microphone off maybe on my sound, which usually just mutes me, but I don't think I've quite figured out how to navigate things on my new computer yet. So I'll try to fix that for the next one. If not, at least you can see the ASMR room. You can look at it. Did you see the cute little cat that's like tucked in the little corner there? um Yes, Hazelborn Ladies. Yes, it was very good. It kind of drops you right into the story right at the beginning of chapter 1. So I only got about 6 pages read in this one. So like I said, I'm going to read I think a few more, try to read maybe 10 to 12 pages in each and then make my decision after our next sprint. So yes. Oh, Ashley is reading The Count of Monte Cristo. That is an undertaking. How far into it are you? I would love to hear. That is definitely a book I'd love to read sometime, but it's definitely one that's going to take some time to get through. Oh, Stacy said her cats were demanding your attention. Yeah, they're like that. I'm surprised I haven't yet heard them banging at the door. It is 15 minutes until their lunchtime, so they may my son is supposed to feed them, but Huey might come banging at the door if he decides he wants to eat. Need a place to hold on Libby for the motorcycle ladies during the sprint. Yes, I think it's going to be a good one. It seems good, at least the few pages that I read. So I'm liking the writing style. So I've read one other Helen Simonson. I read the title has just gone out of my head. What is her other? Major Pettigrew's Last Stand. I knew it was Major something. Maria is currently reading The Lost Apothecary and Wuthering Heights. I've heard good things about The Lost Apothecary. Is this your first time reading Wuthering Heights? I would love to know. Stacy's requested both Pinkie Pie and Ginger Pie from the library. Yes, they're just very sweet. Eleanor Estes is a great middle grade author. Oh, Lisa Wingate. That was the author of the I just lost the title. The Book of Lost Friends, right? Yes. Oh, Valley Girl is reading Road Trip by Mary Kay Andrews. That one sounds good, actually. I am thinking I might did I already I might have already requested that one for my library. Now I can't remember. But I think I'm like number 60 something on the holds list. So we'll see. I think I requested the physical book, the audio book, and the ebook, and we'll see what I get first. It just sounds like a good summer read. Lori started All I Desire, spent the first sprint trying to sort out all the characters. It does have a lot of characters. I will definitely say that about it, but I think you'll get settled into it. Hopefully you get settled into it pretty quickly. I didn't have a lot of trouble. They all have pretty unique names, like Hermia and Jeremy. I would say the Marshes, and then there are is it the Mannings? Mrs. Marsh and Mrs. Manning, I keep getting them confused. So that is, I hate when like characters have similar, almost alliterative names, or their names start with the same letters and it just gets to be confusing. You're only on page 24 so far. Yes. That is, I mean, I've seen the movie, which is fantastic, or one of the movies, but it's such a great story. But yeah, it's definitely an undertaking. Let's see. Just picked a new book called Mattering by Jennifer Breheny Wallace at my local library. The description sounds interesting. The Secret to a Life of Deep Connection and Purpose. Yeah, has anyone read that? I haven't even heard of it. So sometimes it's fun to just pick up a book just because it sounds good to you, right? Like I love doing that. I love going to the library or a bookstore and just seeing a book and thinking, I'm going to give this one a try. Don't know anything about it. First time reading Wuthering Heights. I'll be very curious. I feel like maybe that's a book I need to reread at some point because teenage me, when I read it, didn't enjoy it for a few different reasons, but it could have just been the wrong book at or the right book at the wrong time. I don't know. So, um, let's see. Jess is swapping to her audiobook, Petty Four by Millie Johnson for driving. She's a new to me author I'm loving. Is that a Australian author or New Zealand author? I haven't heard of her before. I love Petty Fours. They're delicious. Hi, Sue. Welcome. Good afternoon. It's almost going to be noon here in California. I know most of you are probably in the afternoon, or if you're Jess, it's tomorrow. Okay, let's see where I gotta keep on track here because otherwise I get sidetracked talking to you all and chatting with you, and then I forget that we need to do our next reading sprint. So yes, we are going to start sprinting again in just a minute. And like I said, I always have these backwards, or at least one of them. So I'm going back to these three and I'm going to read more from each of them. And then after the next sprint, I'll let you know which one I think is going to be my first read of July. I definitely want to read all of them because I'm very intrigued. I will say at the moment, Death in the Andamans is maybe drawing me in the most. It starts off And in the first few pages, the main character wakes up, she thinks somebody's in her room, and she's not sure if she's dreaming or if it's really happening, and then yeah, so that kind of, like, sucked me right in because it was just, like, very tense right at the get-go, so we shall see. Oh, she's a British writer? Well, then I definitely need to look her up. Collection of short stories, she's quite witty. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to check her out. I don't have a pen here. Why? Oh, I have a pencil. I'm gonna write her name down so I don't forget. Millie Johnson. That sounds good. I love a witty writer. Oh, the title of, yes, you're asking for the title of number 3 is Death in the Andamans. So it takes place in the Andaman Islands and way out in the Indian Ocean. So yes, that is the third book. Yes, Death in the Andamans. That is it. Okay, so we are going to get going with our next sprint, and we are going to read this time until quarter after the hour. So I will put that banner up, read until quarter after, and I will see you back here then. I'm going to hopefully try to get the music playing this time. Let me see if I can do that. Hang on. Can you hear the music, everybody? Let me know if you can, and then I'll make the screen prettier. I'll make it full screen. But, I just wanna know if you can hear the music. Okay. Nikki says in the comments she can hear the music, so hopefully everyone can hear the music. I am going to not mute my microphone this time and leave that on, and I'll see you back here at quarter after. Okay, let's go. Okay, everybody, we will come back for a few minutes and chat about what we just read. Okay, wait, let me turn off the banner. I always forget. Okay, there we go. Hope you all had some good reading time. I did get more pages read in all three, so I will share in just a moment which one I think is going to be the one that I'm going to read first. But let me go into the comments and see where I left off. Let's see. Sounds like some of you could hear the music and some of you couldn't. So I apologize. I'll try to sort this out before July's reading sprints. Let's see. Where was that? Oh, Nostalgic and Bookish said she's reading Miss Bunkle's book. Fantastic choice. Wonderful. Hi, Megan. So glad you're able to make it. Let's see. You just finished a 12-hour drive back from your parents and going to collapse on a deck chair and read a Rosamond Dujardin malt shop genre book, Double Date. Well, that sounds fun. I still need to watch Rebecca's video that she did about malt shop genre books because that sounds very, very fun. And I would love to know what are some books and authors that fall into that sort of category of books because I want a milkshake or a malt. I'm not a huge malted. Does anyone else like malteds? My mom loves malteds, and I'm more of a milkshake girl myself, but either of those things sound delicious right now. Hi, Jenny. I see you are here tiptoeing in. Um, you are reading A Year on Ladybug Farm by Donna Ball. Lovely. I have that on my TBR. Just finished her audiobook. She pulled over to change books and write this. Thank you. Yes, please no commenting and driving at the same time. Mina finished her work documenting. Yay! So you're gonna reward yourself with some reading time now. Jan is trying to finish up the Harvester. That's okay. Absolutely. You should always read things on your own pace. But yes, love to know what you think of it. Let's see. Nikki got to page 148 in the Book of Lost Friends by Lisa Wingate. Got both timelines in that read. So yay. Oh, that's always good when you can see where you are with both, right? I mean, it didn't get any reading in, but happy to be done. I bet, right? Tracy decided to read Jane Eyre, one of my very favorite books, my favorite classic of all time. I love, 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 love Jane Eyre. Always, always a good choice. Oh, wondering if the malted milk shop books are similar to Betsy Tacy. Yes, they would definitely, I feel like, especially the ones where they're teenagers, feel like they'd qualify for that kind of malt shop style of book. But yes. Stacy wants to get to Miss Bunkle's books too. Not sure this summer, maybe in the fall. Miss Bunkle is good anytime. I first read it in January, and yeah, she's delightful any time of the year. Loved The Harvester. Fantastic. Jacqueline is here. Wonderful. Reading a bit more of a Betty Davis biography, The Girl Who Walked Home Alone. Oh, that sounds really interesting. Betty Davis was quite the interesting woman. So fantastic. Okay, I'm going to really quickly. So the books that I was deciding, which will be my first one for July. So it's either Uncle Paul, The Hazelborn Ladies Motorcycle and Flying Club, or Death in the Andamans. And so with the voting, you guys mostly voted for Hazelborn Ladies, with Uncle Paul coming in second and Death in the Andamans coming in third. But I think Death in the Andamans is going to win. I don't know. It's just like what I'm in the mood for. All three of these, I have started them, and now I for sure want to read all three of them because they were fantastic from the get-go. So that is good. So I'm excited. But I think this is just the one that I'm mostly in the mood for right now. I haven't read a mystery in a little bit. So it's been a week or two. Well, I am listening to Number One Ladies Detective Agency, but those are so cozy. It's not like kind of a gripping like mystery to them. So yes, I think this is the one I'm going to go with because I'm very much into it, and it was the one that I didn't want to stop reading the most. Like I felt like I could stop and put these two down, but this one I just wanted to keep going with. So that is what I'm going to read in July. So thank you for voting in the little poll. That was fun. um, all right, I'm going to turn off the poll now that we have done that. And Auntie Dodo Dodo, which is it Dodo Dodo or do 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 do? Either way, love that name. That's great. Yes, a good malted from time to time. I do like malted milk balls, especially the UK Maltesers. Those are the best. Those are the best malt balls. Hands down. Hands down. Let's see. Lori says, we visited some antique stores in Bryan, Texas last weekend. One of the antique stores had a vintage soda shop inside of it. Yes, I got a delicious homemade milkshake. Okay, well, now I'm really in the mood for a milkshake. That might have to happen soon. Thing Blue is starting The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. Loving her voice so far. Oh my, TBR is getting out of hand. Yes, that is what happens, right? I think it happens to all of us. And then the more you guys tell me about books, the more books I add to my TBRs. So, oh my goodness. Okay. So yes, so that is what's happening. So I am going to start Death in the Andamans. I mean, I already started it, but I'm going to continue on with that one, but I'm going to wait until I at least finish All I Desire, and hopefully Pinkie Pie. So for our next sprint, I'm going to read from probably All I Desire, going to continue on because I'm kind of in the middle of a chapter on that one. So, and I read some of Pinkie Pie earlier this morning. So I think I will read that for the next sprint. And I'm also going to grab myself a little bit of lunch because it is lunchtime here and I am feeling a little bit peckish. So now, especially now that we were talking about milkshakes, but I'm not going to have a milkshake for lunch. I'm going to have a sandwich instead. But I think a milkshake might have to be in my future very soon, one of these days. Where does one purchase Maltesers? So they are here. I'm gonna they are actually spelled like this, I believe. I have found them at World Market. They have a British candy section. I will say that we here in the US no longer get the same chocolate formulation that the UK has. So they're slightly different than if you were to buy them in the UK. But they're still good. And I will still buy them from time to time. They come in a red bag and they're better than Whoppers, which is, I think, what most people in the US, that's probably the brand of malt balls that you're most familiar with. But Maltesers are way, way better. And yeah, so World Market, and I think you can find them online at a few different like British food shops. You might even be able to find them through Amazon. I'm not sure. But they're delicious. So yes, if you like malt balls, get yourself some Maltesers because they're wonderful. Bye, Mina. I'm so glad you came today. Yes. So Google that, and I'm sure you can find the Maltesers online, but I know World Market carries them. So if you have a Cost Plus World Market near you, I don't know, are they still Cost Plus? Do they still call themselves that, or is it just World Market now? I can never keep track. I get a lot of my British tea there, and I love their British food aisle for all kinds of fun things, and their candies are fun. So if you're looking for, and they have lots of other, I mean, they have like lots of Asian foods and they have Irish things and German things and all kinds of stuff. So super fun to go there. I love to go there at the holidays and get their fun, special holiday treats from different parts of the world. So that is fun. Jacqueline says she has tried them and they are the best. There's a British import shop in Freeport, Maine that I visited every time I shop there. That sounds fabulous. Yes. It was so funny. Our CVS pharmacy, one of them in the town next to where I live now, used to have a dedicated British foods aisle, and it had a British flag hanging over the top of it. I don't know why this specific CVS had this British food section, but oh my gosh, I used to go there all the time and buy things from there, but it was just this random, they had the best, most interesting things there. So, like Bird's custard, which is big in the UK, and I'm not a huge custard fan, but just all kinds of really interesting things. So, yes, they do have Yorkshire and Taylors of Harrogate at, oh, well, you're talking about your British import shop. Also, World Market has Yorkshire and Taylors of Harrogate. No, I don't think they have Taylors of Harrogate, but they do have Yorkshire Gold there. And they have a few other British teas also that I buy there. Yes, definitely check out both of those, Stacy. So I bet you can find some stuff there for sure. Oh, nostalgic and bookish. Do you have the same Betty Davis biography or a different one? Just says Maltesers probably made in Australia. Um, if you ever see Milo, try it. It's a malted drink here and in Australia. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Am I saying that right? Is it Milo, something like that? I don't know. um, so yes. Oh, Jess is saying, got to get a chocolate orange for Christmas. I'm not a huge fan of chocolate orange. My husband, he always get him one for Christmas. So, but it is fun to like break them, right? To crack them and have the orange segments all peel open. That is very fun. Oh, that's sad. You can shop online. They do have an online store, Jacqueline, just so you know, in case you're interested. Also, what is it? The British, what's it called? I subscribe to their newsletter. British Bees Import or something like that. British Bees something or other. I'm blanking on the name of it right now. I'm trying to look on my phone, see if I have an email from them in my inbox, which I almost always do, but British Bees Knees, British Imports, something like that. They have a fantastic selection of British foods and things like that. So, oh my goodness, I'm going way over my time. Okay. See, this is what happens. We get chatting and I get distracted and then I forget we need to go back and do our next reading sprint. Yes, Elizabeth's here. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you. Bees Knees. Yes, Bees Knees British Imports, I believe is what it's called. But you can just Google Bees Knees British and the website should come up. Yes. So, yes, I looked up. I saw it. Yes, you. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, fantastic. Elizabeth is joining in from work. Hello. Okay, we're just about to do our next reading sprint. So I'm a couple minutes late. So we are gonna go. What time is it right now? All right, we're gonna go until 5 till the hour. So I'm gonna need to change my banner really quickly. So hold on for just a moment. So we'll go till 55 after or 5 till the hour, however you prefer to say that. Let me put that up there. Okay, so we're gonna do our reading sprints. Hopefully, most of you will be able to hear the music on the ASMR room if you are new and just joining, having technical difficulties today, but I'm sort of making it work. So I am going to grab a quick bite to eat. So if you see me disappear for a few minutes, I will be back. But let's read until 55 and then we will wrap things up and see how everyone did with their reading today. So, okay, time to get reading. Oops. Chewy. Okay, everyone, we will finish up our final sprint and hope you all got some more reading done. I did. Let me turn off the ticker again. And I saw some comments coming in right before I popped back in. Auntie Dodo Dodo, if you're still here, bye. Thank you for joining. Jess said bother. Customers just pulled in. See you next time, Jess. Oh, you're welcome, Dina. I'm so glad that you enjoyed this and you managed to get halfway through your book. I'm so glad. That's fantastic. Hi, Nicola. Hello. Sitting in the car park waiting for your husband who's in the shop picking up your favorite biscuits. Yum. I want to know what your favorite biscuits are. I love the digestives, McVitie's. I like the ones with the dark chocolate on them. Those are my favorite. I get those at Whole Foods, not Whole Foods. World Market, another W store. Those are some of my favorites. Let's see. Almost finished with The Phantom of the Opera. That is a great book. I read that in my Gothic novel class in college. I'm probably long overdue for a reread of that one. And an illustrated book of Paul Revere's Ride by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Oh, that sounds also very good. Perfect for 4th of July coming up. Nikki got to page 156 in the book of Lost Friends. Fabulous. Kimberly got 18% in Pearly Everlasting. Liking it so far, but a little worried something bad is going to happen. Eek. Oh, I hope not. Grateful Gun got to start Murder in Midsummer, excuse me. Is that the Agatha Christie short story collection? Love it. Let's see. Jacqueline says biscuits, yum. Lisa is really enjoying the light years. Louise and Lydia are very amusing, and I'm loving their thoughts and banter. Yes. I actually like when they get a little bit older too. Just it's fun to watch them grow up. Oh, such a good series. Thanks for joining, Stacy. I'm so glad you got a few chapters read. Going to finish your book tonight. Fabulous. So I did read a little bit more in All I Desire. So now I have about 30 pages left. So my son has swim lessons this afternoon. So I'm probably going to take this with me and hopefully get it finished or almost finished. But I'm definitely going to finish this one today. We'll see if I get finished with Pinkie Pie either today or tomorrow for sure. So made some good progress in my books as well. Ooh, hazelnut chocolate praline cookies. Delicious. That sounds really good. See, now I'm hungry. Milkshakes, biscuits. It's all good. Actually, Elizabeth, are you still here? Because you prompted me from your Bookstagram story post the other day to pick up more of those little chocolate mousse flour delicious bite-sized cake things. I had one last night with my cup of tea and it was delicious. I love those. They're so fun. If any of you have a Trader Joe's near you and their like bakery section, they have these little, they come in like a little plastic box of, I think there's about 8 of these little, they're shaped like flowers and they're white and yellow. They have white and yellow icing on them. And then it's just like a thin layer of mousse and then chocolate cake underneath. I just have one. Sometimes I'll have 2 if I'm really hungry, but I usually just have one. And it's a perfect little like bite-sized treat with a cup of tea. So if you need a little treat for yourself, unless you're getting a milkshake, then enjoy that too. Robin got 20% more in The Borrowed Life of Frederick Fife. Fantastic. Thank you, Jacqueline, for coming. Yes. Yes, next time. I already have July's reading sprints scheduled. Subject to cats eating things that they should not eat. Nobody is eating anything they should not eat, but they will be on Wednesday, July 22nd at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So mark your calendars. I will have those posted. I will have the live up on my channel probably in the next week or so. So you can turn on the notification if you want to. Also, if you're here now and you haven't hit that like button on this live, if you could do that, that would be fabulous. 40% into the end of summer. I hope you are loving it. I haven't started it yet. I'm going to read it closer to my book Jenny's discussion of it. The Biscoff wafer biscuits are your favorite. Yes, Biscoff cookies are delicious. Love those too. Yes, Elizabeth, thank you for reminding me of those. They are so tasty. Trader Joe's has the best treats, I tell you. Yes, Kimberly, July 22nd. 1 p.m. Pacific time. Mark your calendars. So yeah, and I will have that up on my channel and posted. If you're on the YouTube, I think either the mobile or the website, You should be able to see there's a live tab on my page, and you can always go there to look for live streams. I usually try to get them posted, especially the reading sprints, at least a couple of weeks before they're going to happen. So you can always turn on your notifications there so you don't miss it, and YouTube will remind you when they're coming up. Um, yes, the little flower petit fours from Trader Joe's. I like that they had some raspberry mousse ones in the springtime. Those were delicious also. Let's see. Have I watched the older movie Shell Seekers with Angela Lansbury? I saw it come up yesterday on YouTube. I haven't watched it. No, I've seen the previews for it, but I haven't watched it. It is on my to watch list. I would say read the book first because I have a feeling. I think some others, if anyone else here has watched the Shell Seekers movie with Angela Lansbury, I think probably you will agree with me to read the book first. But yes, that's usually my go-to is to read the book first. Not always, but I think in general it's good to read the book first, just because I think it's probably going to be more fleshed out. The book is quite long, so I can't remember if that's a movie or a miniseries, but I feel like the book is always a good idea to read first. Although I will say, I think you could watch the other Bennett sister TV show without having read the book, and then go and read the book. They're two similar yet not similar things. Um, so yeah, and then you could kind of compare and contrast them, and it wouldn't really matter which one you'd read first because both are equally good in their own rights. So, oh, Murder in Midsummer is the other. Yeah, I have that mystery collection too. I have read that one. It's very good. So enjoy that. Stacey said we're making her hungry. Gotta make a Trader Joe's run and a World Market run. Absolutely. Oh, Laura, you're hooked on All I Desire now? Yes, read 3 chapters. Think have all the characters all sorted now. Yes. It's one of those where like yes, you get kind of introduced to a lot of people at first, but I think it's very easy to sort out who is who, although I will say Mrs. Marsh and Mrs. Mannering, I kind of have to like remind myself when they come up, which one is this one again? But other than that, everybody else, I certainly hope I have sorted by now when I only have 30 pages left. So, all right, I'm going to wrap things up, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me today in my cozy reading room for some reading sprints or productivity sprints or whatever it was you wanted to get done today. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, I'll be back in July on the 22nd with more reading sprints. I have a new video up on YouTube today sharing all about my July giant stack of pile of possibilities. Juliant, my Juliant stack. If you want to go check that out. And until then, I will see you all very soon around and about the social media places. And I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. And for my US friends, I hope you have a happy and safe 4th of July. Happy 250th year to the United States of America. And I will see you guys all very soon. Bye.